Hey, Coach, here's your whistle invoice.
I'm Coach Nelson. Oh, hey, thanks. Tell Dr. Rhoda or Scooter he needs to order some more of these things. Kind of running out. Thank you. Hi, I'm Safety Coach Art, half Nelson. Well, it seems one of our schools had our reunification drill the other day, and there were some questions asked. I mean, really, come on, we've been doing this for the last 3 years. What more do you want? I've been hosed down by the fire department, hit with dodgeballs, wear costumes. I don't know what else you could do. What do you want, a boring safety video? That's it, it's over, I'm done. All these awards, trophies, they mean nothing. They're useless. I'm out of here. Hasta la vista. Adios. Au revoir. Wait a minute. Dr. Rhoda emailed me. I better answer it. Dear Safety Coach Art, half Nelson. Seems we had some problems the other day. Could you possibly do a review? Surely you can help. I will do one more take, Dr. Rhoda, and don't call me Shirley. So, let's begin. Now, one of the questions I get all the time is, how do I and when do I do a lockdown? Now, should a violent critical incident happen at your school, you need to know what to do.
School? What is it?
Well, that's a big building with students inside of it, but that's not important right now. What's important is learning when and how to do a lockdown. So, let's get started on how to do a lockdown. Now, in a perfect scenario, you'll have an alert go over the PA, text message, or even an email telling you when to lock down. Now, that's supposed to happen in a perfect scenario, but the truth of the matter is, when a mass alert goes out, chances are a violent critical incident has already started. So you have to be situationally aware of your surroundings. For example, you could hear yelling, screaming, seeing people running down the hallway, or even hearing gunshots. An alert can be as simple as someone running down the hallway, yelling that there's an intruder inside the building. Now, if that case would happen, would you or your students know what to do in that situation? Well, if you've been watching Coach Art's safety videos, you would. That's why we provided links below to our previous videos. That way you can get caught up to speed. Now, we're going to go over barricade. To do this right, I'm just pretty much going to go off prepared information that I've made a couple times, or the script, or anyway. Now, listen, a lockdown is a form of a barricade. You're trying to prevent someone from getting into your room. So let's do this step by step. First, shut and lock the doors. Aye. When did we become pirates? Anyway, cover the window. C, lights out. And fourth, stay silent and out of sight. Now, for you teachers that have younger students, keeping them quiet and keeping them calm may be a problem when you barricade, especially if we're doing a lockdown. One thing we have to avoid is don't make it a game. We want this to be serious, and if you try to make it a game, that's what the kids are going to think is going on. All right, so to do this right, covered this. I think I forgot to take attendance. Is Scooter here? Scooter?
Present.
Yeah, thanks for paying attention. Now here's something I bet you never thought of. What type of door does your classroom have? Does it open in or does it open out? Now some of your doors have a lot of glass, so you might not be able to cover that window completely. But if you decide to barricade and do it correctly, you'll still prevent someone from looking into your classroom. Now take a moment, look around your room. What items in your room do you think you could use to barricade if you have to? Go ahead, I'll wait. Did you find anything? Good. Now let's talk about evacuation, rally points, and your unification area. Let me make sure I got this right. When you evacuate, okay. You can evacuate when safe to do so. You don't need permission. The best way to protect yourself from danger is to get away from it. That's brought to you by the University of No Duh. Let me use a better example. This is you. A, this is danger. B, you need to see yourself out of the way. Simple? So let's be more specific. When you evacuate, leave your things behind. Grab your to-go bag. That's important. If you can't get to your phone, well, that's no big deal. But if you can get to it, good. And remember, there are no set routes when you evacuate. And when you evacuate, you go straight to your rally point. If you don't know where your rally point is, now's a pretty good time to find out. So that's the basics when it comes to evacuation. So let's go over the difference between a rally point and unification area. What, they had questions about that too? We've done multiple, Now let's go over rally points and reunification site. This is a school. you get told to evacuate the building. Text message, PA, remember I covered that? Remember, you can evacuate the building when safe to do so. There are no set routes. The only thing you have to do is get out. When you get out of the building, when you evacuate, you go straight to your rally point. From your rally point, you will be taken to your reunification site. From there, attendance will be taken and you will be reunited with your family. Now, administrators, teachers, staff, students, and parents, let's have a little one-on-one talk here, face-to-face, just you and me, mano a mano. There have been studies done by people much smarter than Coach Art, and Coach Art actually did go to Harvard. You can look that up. That show that training and school safety is a major concern for their staff and students. Well, ta-da, it's right here for you. All you have to do is hit click. These are real A.L.I.C.E classes condensed into 5-minute blocks. And they're free, and I hope somewhat entertaining. So I strongly encourage all of you to share this with your friends, show it in your classroom, and go over it. Talk. Remember, I don't want you scared, I want you prepared, or that's a lap. Now, for those of you who normally watch Coach Art's videos, you know we usually throw a joke in at the end to make things a little light, give a little humor. But seeing how today's review day, we decided to change that. What we're going to show you is a video made by Officer Hessian,
Older, balder Chris Hemsworth.
that was made 3 years ago, showing you how to bust out a window in case you need to if you evacuate. I want you to remember something here. We're the only school corporation that has a safety coach, let alone puts out a monthly video. So please, hit the links below and catch up. You know, that Coach Art's a handsome guy. Kind of looks like an older Chris Hemsworth if Chris Hemsworth has to be shorter, fatter, and balder. But today, we're going to talk about how to bust a window. Now, it may not seem very complicated, but actually there are some things you have to consider. When you have to break a window, try to do the upper parts first. After you break, scrape to make sure none of the glass is still within the window. That way people can easily get out. Another safety concern to worry about is when you bust the window, be sure that whatever instrument you're using goes through the window, not you. We want to avoid injury. And if you have to go through a window to evacuate a building, be sure to cover something along the bottom, say books, jacket, or even a coat. Remember, step back, break. Always watch out for falling shards. They could potentially cut you. You want to make sure everything is out of the way. Get as much of this stuff out of the way as possible. Once you're done, you can easily evacuate through that window.